This presentation provides a brief description of Virtual Alabama and how it is being utilized by Shelby Baptist Medical Center in disaster planning, response, and recovery. First, Virtual Alabama is a visualization tool based on Google Earth technology that allows the building and displaying of data layers on top of orthographic imagery of the state of Alabama. Currently, there are over 1,500 agencies and over 41,000 users in Alabama, to include local, city, county, and state government and educational personnel. These government and education officials are utilizing Virtual Alabama for planning, response, and recovery from man-made and natural disasters. Virtual Alabama was created in 2005 after Hurricane Katrina ravaged the coastline of Alabama, and first responders and government officials had no way of detailing and assessing the damage to the coast and surrounding counties. Virtual Alabama was created to provide a before and after visualization of aerial imagery of the state of Alabama, so an accurate assessment could be determined in future events. Virtual Alabama has been used in man-made and natural disasters since Hurricane Katrina, such as the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010 and the tornadoes of April 27, 2011. In 2009, the Virtual Alabama School Safety System began gathering and inputting school safety plan information on over 1,500 kindergarten through 12th grade Alabama public schools into Virtual Alabama. Beginning in 2012, all K-12 public schools in Alabama were required to input their school safety plans into the Virtual Alabama online system, thus allowing the sharing of school safety information with first responders. Also in 2012, the Virtual Alabama School Safety System was expanded to colleges and universities across the state to assist in protecting students from kindergarten through college experience. Now, in 2014, other critical infrastructure in Alabama, such as hospitals, courthouses, and government-owned buildings, are being input into the system. Shelby Baptist Medical Center is the first hospital to input their emergency preparedness data into Virtual Alabama for emergency planning, response, and recovery from man-made and natural disasters. To demonstrate how Shelby Baptist Medical Center is utilizing Virtual Alabama, we must first show you some of the features of the system. Here we see an aerial view of Shelby Baptist Medical Center and now a 3D model of the medical center. The 3D model of the medical center provides first responders with actual photographs of the exterior of the facility and allows them to visualize exterior walls, rooftops, and provides a realistic view of the entire exterior of the medical center. We can see each floor of the entire facility, and then focus on the Women's Center on the second floor of the medical center. We can see the well baby nursery and other rooms in that area, such as labor delivery rooms, neonatal ICU, and other women's services areas. We can also see the second floor, where patient rooms are located by color code, type, and number. We can identify every room of the medical center by name, color code, and number. 360-degree photographs of hallways and larger rooms allow a static 360-degree view of those areas, giving medical center staff and first responders a clear image of that particular area. Video surveillance cameras can also be accessed through Virtual Alabama, allowing medical center staff and authorized first responders a live video camera view inside the medical center, or the ability to rewind recorded footage and determine what took place earlier that day. Also, electrical panels and medical gas shutoff valves are depicted with symbols and photographs on top of the floor plans to provide exact locations of these items and allow authorized personnel to locate these vital components quickly in times of crisis. There are over 81 categories of items of interest that can be depicted by symbol, name, and photograph throughout the medical center, to include fire extinguishers, fire pool stations, hazardous chemicals, emergency staging areas, natural gas shutoff valves, and HVA systems, just to name a few. To provide an example of how this information in virtual Alabama can be utilized by first responders and medical center personnel, let's walk through the following scenario. In this scenario, a disgruntled woman enters the women's services area of the medical center on the second floor and makes her way to the Well Baby Nursery and into the labor and delivery room 10. The woman abducts a baby and attempts to make her way out of the women's services area, but can't because of the security measures in place. She then runs into labor and delivery room 1 and barricades herself and the baby inside. The medical center staff is notified, and lockdown procedures are followed, including notifying the police. In order to isolate the situation, the police and medical center staff can utilize Virtual Alabama to see the floor plans of the area involved, see 360-degree views of the area, and access live or recorded video camera surveillance footage. They can now see which room she entered and the entry and exit points in that area. They can also turn off medical gases in that area by locating shut-off valves for oxygen, nitrous oxide, and medical air. Electrical panels that provide power to that area can be located on the floor plan, and a photograph and description can be viewed of that electrical panel, so detailed and accurate information can be obtained quickly. By allowing first responders access to floor plans and vital information inside the medical center, such as live camera views and shut-off valves, they can make a timely and accurate assessment of the situation and respond quickly to save lives or prevent the crisis from escalation. Another example of how Virtual Alabama can be utilized by medical center staff and first responders is in the event of a natural disaster such as a tornado. In this scenario, a tornado warning has been issued for the area surrounding the medical center. A tornado touches down nearby, damaging the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors of the south towers of the medical center. Windows are blown out, and water and electrical damage has occurred on the 3rd and 4th floors where patients are cared for on a daily basis. First responders and medical center staff can view the types of rooms on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floors by looking at the floor plans and room designations in Virtual Alabama. First responders and medical center staff can quickly see the floor plans for the 3 damaged floors and see where patients are located on the 3rd and 4th floors, and that the 5th floor is unoccupied future space. Rooms that are color-coded purple are where patients would be located overnight, and light green rooms are where patients would be treated on a temporary basis before being moved. Medical center staff and first responders can utilize Virtual Alabama to see where patients are located and where vital emergency response equipment is located on each floor, to include fire department connections, fire extinguishers, fire pull stations, water shutoff valves, medical gases shutoff valves, electrical panels, medical supply areas, and nurses' stations. This information allows first responders and medical center personnel to shut off potentially dangerous gases and electrical supplies to damaged areas of the medical center quickly and efficiently. This vital information in a dynamic visualization tool allows key personnel the ability to evacuate patients and staff as quickly and efficiently as possible while attempting to minimize the loss of life. In both scenarios depicted, all key personnel, both emergency responders and medical center staff, are sharing and utilizing the same information and using one common operating platform to respond to this event, which is Virtual Alabama. Medical center personnel can identify and map other pertinent data on campus, such as underground utilities to include fiber optic lines, water lines, sewer lines, overhead and underground power lines, natural gas lines, telecommunications equipment and lines. Personnel can identify and map crisis staging areas to include helicopter landing zones, fire evacuation areas, bomb threat staging areas, medical triage areas, severe weather staging areas, and incident command center staging areas. Facilities management functions that can be mapped are space utilization, heating, ventilation, air conditioning systems and locations, fire suppression systems, and fire response mechanisms, and many other functions where data can be gathered and input into this online system. In conclusion, Virtual Alabama provides a secure visualization platform, allowing medical center personnel to share information among themselves and with local, county, and state officials in times of crisis. Shelby Baptist Medical Center is utilizing cutting-edge technology to protect its patients, visitors, and staff, and also ensure a more efficient day-to-day operation of their facility. Shelby Baptist Medical Center is leading the way in emergency preparedness for medical facilities across Alabama and the nation.